Hey, what going on, people? Crypto Yard representing you, Zimmy. Let's jump into this one. I mean, people are wondering why I haven't been making videos on the regular. Hey, but hey, man. Oh yeah, it's been a while since I made a video like this where I'm either in the park or I'm walking the streets. So, hope you guys will probably find this one a bit better than when I sit around the computer. So, I used to make loads of videos because we used to be in the lending space, and obviously during that times there was loads of lending platforms. Since P3D, I felt no need to make videos about anything else. I mean, I could make videos about my portfolio. I could talk about the news since I'm always reading. Whether it's just typical world news, which is bad. So I don't even like reading too much of those kind of news. But I mean, what I meant was a cryptocurrency news. But then you've got loads of people that are already doing that on YouTube, and they will do it much better than I would. So I've just mainly stuck to P3D news since. But currently there is not a lot to talk about with P3D because, hey man, how can you shill it and sell it when it's going down like it is? And for me, that is good anyways. I mean, I've just kept on buying all the way down. So I'll keep doing so, and that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video as well, to tell you guys to drop your Masternode link. I think I'm going to buy 0.5. When I'm buying, I usually buy like 1 ETH worth, because I kept doing that while it was going up, and I kept doing it while it's coming down now. But this time, hey man, funds aren't as readily available as it has been previously, so I'll just do a 0.5 ETH purchase come probably another 16 hours from now. So that would be like when I go to bed and I wake up. Hey, I tell you what, I bought some coins yesterday as well, and that flipping last night before I went to bed, I was like, hey, this is a good price. These coins are at good price now. And when I woke up, I was like, should have waited until I had woke up. That's what I was saying to myself. But now, 8 hours later, is it 8 hours? No, it's only been 6 hours, 5 hours. Yeah, I'm thinking, even if I bought when I first woke up, it would have still been too expensive. You get me? And come later on, even if I was thinking I should have been buying now, it might have been even cheaper. But hey, in the long run, it will work out that I would have made a profit. So it's not much of a worry. So with the P3D now, with the Fomo 3D, I should say, a lot of people wondering what's happening, and I think that's why the people haven't got any patience, and I think that's why a lot of people are selling, which I mean I can understand, but then I'm thinking, gosh, that's not very clever. I mean, unless you've got something else to do with your money, I don't see why you should be pulling out of P3D, unless of course, hey, each to their own, man. And also because the more P3D you've got, is the more dividends you'll make when Fomo 3D comes out. So Fomo 3D, a lot of people thought it would have come out. Well, at least the testnet would have come out. Hey, let me show you where I'm marking past, man. Yeah, a lot of people. I only walked this way anyway because I wanted a quiet road. I'm going to the tube station, but I walked this way so the traffic wouldn't interrupt. It wouldn't be too loud. Yeah, so Fomo 3D. Anyways, it might not come out. Well, the testnet for what we're hearing so far won't be probably till this weekend. So I'm thinking Fomo 3D probably won't even come out until early June, which is fine by me. I mean, even if it was coming out in August, I'd be fine. Just like how I'm fine if the price, if the ETH in the contract drops. And I don't think I always said, I know that Time is Crypto had said he would come back in, or he's expecting it to go to 4,600, which it currently is. So he's in a beautiful position himself, because he had sold and done the maths and know that if he came in at 4,600, he's not losing, he'll probably be gaining as well. And right now, what you can do, you can just watch it as it goes down even lower. I always said it would have gone to 4,000, and I may be wrong. I don't think it will ever go below 2,000. So, I mean, even if it did, I'm here for the long haul. You get me? Next thing, there are a few things I wanted to talk about. Next thing I can remember was yesterday. It was meant to be, I think it's 8 years since they did that, bought Bitcoin with 10,000 BTC. And I've always known about this story, but I thought that the guy bought it directly. And that's why I love reading. Sometimes when you see stuff on the surface, you don't know, you jump to your own conclusions. So the guy that did it, that bought those 10,000, that bought those 2 pizzas for 10,000 BTC. I thought he just phoned up the pizza shop, which should have been, I think, what was it called? Papa John's? I thought he just phoned up that pizza shop and directly solicited some pizza. Hey, hey, I'm using that word, solicit. That's the word you use when you say he's solicited prostitutes. I've never solicited any prostitute myself. Well, I should say I've never paid a prostitute for sex. 'Cause back in the days when I was a bad boy, or I thought I was a bad boy, the people I used to hang around with, there used to be this lady. Hey, I'm gonna digress a bit, man. So there used to be this lady. She would have been in her. That would have been like probably 15 years ago. Get me? So I was in my early to mid-20s. Oh, that lady, man, I ain't seen her for time, but she would have been like in her 50s. I'm thinking she must be something like 70 now. Like, wow, time flies. She must be old. And yeah, anyhow, I met her through people, and we became friends. She was the madam of a brothel, which they had these prostitutes, these East European prostitutes that, and I would on a weekend, and I would go there like 2 times on a weekend, a Friday or a Saturday, because this place is located in the center of the town, and I used to go partying, raving, whatever you want to call it, clubbing. Get me? So I used to stop by because me and this lady, we were friends, man. We were good friends, and I've lost contact with her now. So yeah, there used to be these. Is this even a story I should be telling? I mean, now that what do I care? I am an open book, even though my face is not being shown. But as I said, I'm all over YouTube. You guys will probably see I'll probably get doxxed soon enough, and you'll see me in various music videos of songs that I did. But anyhow, so there used to be different prostitutes. What happened? They used to work shifts, and I'll tell you something about the shifts anyway. But let me tell you. So this girl, one of these prostitutes, she was Albanian, which I later found out to be that, hey, this girl was flipping. She was forced into it. I mean, I was a bit naive not to realize this at those times. But then again, they seemed so happy doing their job. They did. I can't remember any of them looking. Well, I guess they can't look sad when they're doing that job. But so I didn't catch on to it that she was being forced into it until after. I was watching a documentary where they was talking about these gangs that kidnap these girls or buy these girls or whatever and force them into prostitution. And she was one of the people that was giving, she was telling her story. I mean, she went after the police and they later sorted her out, make sure she was all right. Last time I seen her would have been like probably 5 years ago. I saw her outside. Well, she was working as a bouncer. She had put on weight and everything, so yeah, she was quite big compared to what I knew her as. And she had, she was working as a bouncer. Gave me a number and whatever else, but hey man, I wasn't interested. I like women of all shapes, but you have to look good if you've got that fat on you. Some women can rock, can bring it off. She didn't bring off that fat. So hey, let me stop here because I'm going to reach to my tube station quite pretty quite soon. I'll show you that. See, that's That's them refurbishing the Big Ben. And but I'll stop here and I'll talk to you guys. So yeah, that girl, she took a liking to me, and she would give me gifts. Like when I go there on a weekend, and guys, believe me when I said I go there on a weekend, it was to see the madam. It wasn't. I mean, hey, I think I'm a handsome guy. Well, I think I definitely was a handsome guy then. I've since gone bald, so I guess I'm not that attractive as I used to be. But then women used to. I don't know, but there was something. There is something about me, I should still say. And women, they throw themselves at me. So she took a liking to me. And the thing is, on the outside, when you deal with these people on the outside, it's easy for you to look at them as to frown upon them. But when you get to know them, I mean, just the same thing with the madam. You would think like, oh, the heck do you become friends with a madam of a brothel? But sometimes these people are way, way better than the people who would frown upon them. So yeah, we got into talking and whatever. She took a liking to me and she used to buy me really expensive gifts. So every time I'd go there, she would have something for me, like whether it would have been perfume. She sometimes get me clothes I should say, whether it's jeans or whatever. But these used to be like really expensive stuff that I don't know. Well, I guess prostitution pays, but then how did it? If she was being forced by these gangs, hey, I don't know, man. But yeah, at the time, as I said, I didn't realize what was happening, because as I said, these people seemed quite happy. I thought they were just doing it for the money. So yeah, we got into talking. I got into knowing her and liking her. I mean, obviously, I realized that hey, she would do this. She wouldn't mind, doing the dirty with me. But I wasn't really interested. Like, even though I was seeing various different women, I was like, hey, you're a prostitute, man. I can't bring myself to lie with you. Which I later did anyways, and I'll tell you how that happened. So once the madam, it seemed to have been a slow night. So the madam had left her, she'd gone downstairs to the shop or whatever she said she was going to, and she came and she sat next to me, and then looking in my eyes, and I was like, I'm not feeling comfortable doing this. As much as I like her, I was like, hey, I don't really feel comfortable doing this. And next thing I know, she stood up. Then next thing I know, I'm being led into this room of theirs, the room where they take their men to to have sex and do whatever they do to get paid. And the room was quite nice. I mean, it looked nice. Obviously, had to. If they wanted to solicit these males, and it smelled nice as well, and then I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna have to have sex with this girl because she's been buying me gifts all these months. I wonder how many women feel like that, like when men buys them stuff, like whether it's flowers or take them to dinner. I wonder how many times women probably sleep with men because they think, you know what, hey man, I've been taking his whether it's his money or his free dinner or his whatever. I think I owe him something, so I'm gonna have to lay with him. I mean, I was put in the position. I'm thinking of it. It could have been planned. The madam could have walked out because she took her time getting back, and I said she took her time because I'm not a 1 minute man. And I'll tell you what happened anyhow. So eventually, I thought to myself, I'm gonna have to do this, and I did it. Anyways, hey, why did she want me to do it now that I'm thinking of it? When, like, after about 10-15 minutes, she's like, are you not going to come? I was like, I mean, what? Are you not enjoying this? Well, how could she enjoy when it's her job? And that's the next thing. If she had a man, or she must have, or maybe she didn't since she was coming on to me as the way she was, how would she enjoy? I guess when you've got that, well, I should think that we did have a bond since we were friends first, and as I said, she took a liking to me. But when we was having sex, that one time which we did, the girl was asking me, we done it, and she just laid there, and I was just pumping away. And hey man, I haven't got a tiny one. My size, I'm proud of it, and it didn't seem to do much to her. I mean, at some point my ego was like, this girl ain't responded. So I went harder, and man, I can't believe I'm telling you guys this. And I did get a bit of a from her, but not as much as I used to. And the fact that when she asked me, are you not gonna come yet? Or why you take it so long? And I mean, it was only like 10-15 minutes. I was like, and well, I guess you should bear in mind that they would charge per 10 minutes anyways, and most guys would have come in 10 minutes because they want to pay the cheapest fee. And there was another one that was in there as well, because as I said, there were shifts, and sometimes I would see the other one. The other one was not say much nicer, but she was sexier than the one that I had slept with. In that, hey, she just had the right size and body, in body weight, in height. Well, for my liking anyways. And this girl, oh my God, she was a worker. And they usually start work at 6 p.m. But I remember one time when I went there and the madam was telling me that, hey, this girl, she's hardcore. She was basically thinking, she was saying she was greedy because she came there from 3 p.m. And they would normally work like from 6 till 4 o'clock in the mornings when all the clubs are finished. And then obviously the guys will be coming in and out right through before they go to the club, or after they go to the club, or before they had a drink, or while they're having a drink. So on the weekend, and she's telling me that, hey, this girl's been here since 3 p.m. She asked for me to be here for 3 p.m. so she could start work early. And I think it might have been like 11 or 11 p.m. And the woman's told me that, hey, she's gone £3,000. And that time they used to charge, these prostitutes used to charge £20 just for sex, and then £30 for sex and oral sex. And this girl, I bet you guys are looking down on me. But hey, as I said, my life, I never shy away from anything I've done in my life. So £30. And if and I was doing the math, I was like, but wait, if she's done £3,000, and I'm sure that all of these guys didn't all had oral sex, they just decided that they would just have sex. But if there was, that would be like 100 guys, right? 100 guys she slept with in 3 till about 11 p.m. So that's 8 hours, and she still had like 4 hours left to go, and she was just in and out. You could see these guys coming in and out. And I was thinking, God, you've slept with 100 men. I mean, maybe they gave her a tip. Maybe they gave her tips. Because £3,000 in 8 hours. Right. But yeah, so that's why I don't use that. I shouldn't have used that word, solicit, because it brings back memories of that girl. As I said, I ain't seen her probably 5 years now. Last time I seen her, she was okay. She seemed to have escaped the clutches of these Albanian gangsters. But yeah, what I found out from reading the BTC for 2 pizza was that it didn't bite directly. It was someone on a forum which she was on that actually accepted his 10,000 bitcoins and then proceeded to go and pay for it online, to pay for the 2 pizzas with fiat, well digital fiat if you want to call it that, since he did it online anyway. So it wasn't a direct. And for all these years, whenever I hear the story about the Bitcoin, I always thought that he bought it directly. So hey man, it's good sometimes to have a bit of read. And what he did yesterday as well to commemorate that special day, it did it again. And it's so funny because we've come so far, but yet still we are we've got way further to go, because he still didn't buy it directly, or maybe it was his intention not to buy it directly, to just do it the way he did originally. But from what I read, I think it's because the place where he was buying it from, and it could be the same pizza chain, they still wasn't accepting Bitcoin. So he did it 8 years later, and he still had to do it, whereas, hey, the person didn't accept Bitcoin, he had to go through someone else again. which is like astonishing. It's been 8 years, and even though we think that, and this is all we should know, that Bitcoin hasn't even reached, well, I should say cryptocurrencies haven't even reached, man, they haven't scratched the surface just yet. So anything else that I wanted to maybe talk about, since I've talked this much already, may as well just make the video a long one. So yeah, drop your Masternodes, guys. I will do so tomorrow, and I'll use the YouTube random picker. I'm sure, as usual, there's something else I should have spoke about, that then this story just took us all the way. What else was it, man? Hey, I can't remember. I'm walking to the tube station, so yeah, have a final look, man. That's just the Big Ben being refurbished. That's the Houses of Parliament. Yeah, I can't remember. Crypto Yard representing, and we are out here. Zimmy, boom.